Good morning everyone. Today we are going to discuss about hemophilia. So first of all, we all have to know what is hemophilia, what are the factors that are responsible for causing hemophilia, how we can diagnose and treat it. So let's begin. It is basically a medical condition in which the ability of the blood to clot is reversibly reduced, causing the sufferer to bleed severely from even a slight injury. The condition is typically caused by a hereditary lack of coagulation factor. Most often factor is 8th. It is an inherited disease. So it means basically it is a medical condition in which the person have lost the ability of the blood to clot. Why the person have lost the ability of the blood to clot? Because they lack a coagulation factor or a clotting factor. These both terms are same. Due to the absence of clotting factor, the blood is unable to coagulate the blood or clot the blood, which will cause abnormal bleeding and even leads to death. It is a basically inherited disease that pass from generation to generation, and there are basically 13 clotting factors, and these all work with platelets to help formulation of blood clot. So in hemophilic patient, the person lacks the clotting factor, so that there is abnormal bleeding. And the most often factor that is loss, that is factor number 8. Now there are two diagrams. First is a healthy human, second is a hemophilic patient. In first diagram, a healthy person who have a normal blood vessel, if he is getting hemorrhage, then he will recover. Why he will recover? He will recover due to the presence of clotting factor, because in his body he or she is having a clotting factor that will coagulate the blood and will stop abnormal bleeding. But in hemophilic patient, if there is a hemorrhage, then he or she will be unable to coagulate. Why he or she will be unable to coagulate? Because there is the absence of clotting factor. The hemophilic person or patient is not having any clotting factor, so they are unable to coagulate the blood and will cause abnormal bleeding. Now causes of hemophilia. So there are basically three forms of hemophilia, that are number 1, hemophilia A, and it is the most common type of hemophilia, and this type of hemophilia is basically caused by a deficiency of factor 8. Next is hemophilia B. This is also known as Christmas disease. Why it is known as Christmas disease? Because it is caused by the deficiency of factor 9. Factor 9 is also known as Christmas factor. So this hemophilia B is also known as Christmas factor disease. Next is hemophilia C. This is mild form of the disease, means it is not severe, it is not serious, and it is caused by the deficiency of factor 11. And people with this type of hemophilia do not experience spontaneous bleeding because it is a rare and this is mild. So now we are going to discuss about symptoms. There are so many symptoms, and these symptoms depends on the severity of the clotting factor deficiency. Here severity means being severe, in how much amount the clotting factor is lost in your body. If person with a mild deficiency may bleed in the case of trauma, means if there is a clotting factor loss in a small amount, then even a mild cut or trauma means injury, can cause a bleeding. But if there is a severe deficiency, means it is serious, then the person can bleed for no reason. If you are not having mild cut or no injury, then also patient will constitute to abnormal bleeding, and this will also called spontaneous bleeding. Now, if there is a spontaneous bleeding, then they can cause so many factors. They can cause many large or deep bruises. What are bruises? Bruises is basically a skin injury which result discoloration of the skin, means the color of the skin can become black or bluish. Next is unusual bleeding after vaccination. If you are constituting vaccination, then there will be a unusual bleeding. Next is pain, swelling or tightness in the joints. Next, blood in the urine or stool. Next, there may be unexplained irritability in infants. Next, some emergency signs and symptoms of the hemophilia, that are extreme fatigueness, means tiredness, double vision, repeated vomiting, bleeding from an injury, even sudden pain, swelling and warmth in the large joint such as knees, elbows, etc. Next, complications that are due to the hemophilia. First is deep internal bleeding, damage to joints, infection, adverse reaction to clotting factor treatment. There may be some adverse reaction if you are, or if hemophilic person is having a treatment of clotting factor, so there may be some adverse reaction. Next is diagnosis. It can diagnose by a blood test which will measure the amount of clotting factor present, that can be mild or severe. Next, how we can treat it. As we know, there is no cure for hemophilia, there is not permanent cure for hemophilia, but mostly people with this type of disease can fairly have normal liver, means the liver is not damaged. Next is treatment for bleeding episode. If the person is having continuous bleeding episodes, then the therapies that will stop bleeding will depend on the type of hemophilia, whether the person is having a mild hemophilia A or hemophilia B or hemophilia C. If the person is having mild hemophilia A, then we will treat it with slow injection of the hormone desmopressin. We will inject this hormone desmopressin into a vein which will activate or release more clotting factor in the blood and stop bleeding. If the person is having moderate to severe type of hemophilia A or hemophilia B, then we can treat this person by an infusion of recombinant clotting factor or clotting factor derived from donated human blood. We will take a donate human blood and we will extract the clotting factor from that blood and we will inject into a hemophilic patient, so that there will fulfill the deficiency of the clotting factor and the person will able to clot the blood and can cure. Next is hemophilia C. If the person is having hemophilia C, then we will provide plasma infusions that will stop bleeding episode. Next are clot preserving medications. What is clot preserving medication? Clot preserving medications are that which will not dissolve the clot and which will make in greater amount the clot. And these clot preserving medications are also known as antifibrinolytics. What is antifibrinolytics? Antifibrinolytics is basically the medication that will help to stop the breakdown of fibrin. What is fibrin? Fibrin is basically an insoluble protein that is formed from fibrinogen during the clotting of blood. So antifibrinolytics will do or stop the breakdown of fibrin, and this medication will help to prevent clots from breaking down, and there will the more formation of clots which will result in clotting of blood and treat hemophilia. Next is fibrin sealants. Fibrin sealants will provide a seal or covering at the site of wound which will promote clotting and healing. Next is first aid for minor cuts. Using pressure and a bandage, we can generally take care of the bleeding and we will stop the abnormal bleeding. For small areas of bleeding, if we are having a minor cut or bleeding is in a minor amount, then we can provide an ice pack to treat that bleeding and treat hemophilia. I hope you all have understand my video. Thank you. This was fun, Bunny.